So happy 2021, and I'm really happy you're here. I'm so happy there's humans back.
Yes.
Any requests before we start today?
Go with center shoulder.
Neck and shoulders?
Cookies. At the fishing center.
Yeah.
I like neck and shoulders too, myself, but they're all good.
Okay, excellent. We'll still start extra gentle on our backs. You can have knees bent, and for the shoulders, you can open the arms into an L shape. And if you take a moment, you can lift your shoulder blades off the mat, squeeze between the shoulders, like bring the shoulders towards each other. Let there be a squeeze. And then with an exhale, let there be a release. And then ground the shoulders back into the mat. And just take a few deep breaths into the shoulders. If it's helpful to keep your arms in this shape, please do. Otherwise, feel free to relax the arms or place the hands on the heart or the heart and the gut, and connecting from the inside. And so we'll start by a little bit of breath work, and we'll work with a different breath, and it's known as box breathing, just as a way to help focus and clear our mind a bit. So you can even visualize a box, and then take 4 counts to inhale. Hold your breath for 4. Exhale for 4, and hold your breath for 4. Inhale, hold your breath, exhale, and hold. Inhale, hold your breath, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. So feel free to maintain that, or you can let that go and simply return to your natural breath. If your focus is simply on the natural breath, you might want to take a body scan and simply notice how you're feeling today, being aware of what's coming up for you today. You can use the practice to help take care and nurture of all these things. So from the physical body to the mental body and the emotional body. If there's anything that feels like it needs nourishment, or if you feel there's some intention you'd like to set, you can take this time and set that intention and breathe in nourishing energy. And then if there is an intention set, you can even sort of lay that aside, trust that it will do its thing, and bring yourself back to your breath. And so for the regular yoga practice, it's simply a balanced breath where the inhale matches the exhale. And so you might find your own breathing pattern for that, or if it's helpful to have the structured 8-count breath, you can simply think about taking 4 counts to inhale and 4 counts to exhale. Inhale to draw in, exhale, release. Inhale, energize, exhale, let go. Let's take 5 more breaths here. And so take another breath. Remember, you can stay here longer, you can come back here anytime. When you're ready to integrate some movement, open your eyes, stretch your arms overhead, fingertips reaching away from your toes. And then gently hug your knees in and just roll side to side. You can focus on the upper back and shoulders, so almost like a little massage as you roll side to side. And then you can focus more on the lower back, so releasing any tension or pain in the lower back. And then with the knees bent and feet flat, ground the feet and take the right ankle on the upper left thigh. So starting gently with the hips, option 1 is here. Otherwise, lifting the left leg, hand under the left knee, breathing into your right hip and glute. Take a moment, roll your shoulders down the back, and for more intensity, hug the left thigh in. You can close the eyes to minimize distractions, soften the space between your eyes, and focus on taking 10 deep breaths. Take another breath, and then gently release. You can take a moment, stretch out the arms and legs, reaching fingertips away from toes. And then hug your knees back in, ground your feet, left ankle on upper right thigh, both hands under the right knee. Consciously relax the shoulders. You can even visualize spreading and creating space across the shoulder blades. And then focusing on 10 deep breaths. Take another breath. And gently release the left side. Take a moment, stretch through your arms and legs. And then hug the knees in. This time you can roll up and down on the back, maybe 4 or 5 times. And when you're ready, bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat. You can sit up nice and tall. You can roll the shoulders out. Loosening up every shoulder tension. And then ultimately shoulders down the back. You can keep the hands on the knees or off to the side. We'll do a little bit of gentle neck work, inviting the left ear to the left shoulder. And then right ear to the right shoulder. And coming up through center, draw your chin in, lift your chest, bring your shoulders down. And from here, you can gently draw neck circles, so tracing a circle in one direction. And then when you're ready, you can very gently shift directions. And so take your time. When you're ready, returning to neutral, and you can place the palms on the back of the head and neck, and even on the shoulders. And it's just some very gentle self-massage. So applying the amount of pressure that will feel good for you. We'll just do about 5 breaths this way, whether you stay more on the neck or down at the shoulders. Maybe noticing where there are knots, or maybe even noticing that the neck isn't so tense. And then when you're ready to release, you can release the hands down, roll the shoulders back. And we'll do eagle arms for the shoulders. So bring your arms forward, palms up, right arm over left. Yes, and then interlace to your degree. Take a moment, roll the shoulders down the back, opening up through the heart, so just lifting the chest. Taking a deep breath into the heart and lungs. Eyes can be open or closed, and focusing into your shoulders. You can think of every exhale as releasing any tension that's in there. Especially anything you've been carrying that's not yours to carry. And then gently unravel the arms out to the sides. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to your heart. And then offering the arms forward, your left arm over the right, interlace. Take a moment, roll the shoulders back, lifting through your chest. Relax the shoulders. Eyes can be open or closed. Maybe take a moment to return to your intention. And very gently release your arms out to the sides. Inhale, reach up. And exhale here. And then go ahead, stretch out the legs. Give your legs a little shake. Send the legs to one side. Let's come to hands and knees. So shoulders above wrists and hips above the knees. First, we'll roll the shoulders out a couple of times. And then you can turn the head side to side. So maybe over to the left for a moment. Breathe into the stretch in your neck. And then over to the right. And just do that one or two more times. And then when you're ready, return into a neutral place with the neck. And for cat and cow, I recommend start with a back bend, tilting the hips up, lift the chest up. You might want to pause here and simply breathe into that arch in the back. Then use an exhale to round through the mid-back. And you can pause here a bit, really emphasize the rounding. You might want to keep going slow, or one movement, one breath is inhaling your back bend. Exhale to round. Inhaling from the base of your spine, gentle with your neck. Exhale, engage your core anytime you round your back. So at your own pace, we'll take about 4 more breaths. Eyes can be open or closed. So there's no rush. When you feel complete with your next cycle, you can return to a neutral spine. And then once you're in neutral, you can raise the arm up and just take a moment to feel that little squeeze in the shoulder. Okay, and then we'll take that right arm threaded under the left, lowering the right ear down, and then reach that left arm forward. That's it. Breathing into the mid-back and the shoulders here. And very gently now lift the head and bring yourself back to neutral. Take a moment, you can shift your hips side to side and roll your shoulders down the back. And when you're ready for the left side, raise the left arm. Take a moment to pause, breathe into the left shoulder. And then mindfully, the left arm will thread under as you lower the ear and stretch that right hand a little forward. Mindfully bring yourself back. Once again, take a moment. You can roll the shoulders out. You can shift the hips side to side. And we'll move into the full body stretch of down dog. Curl the toes, raise the hips. Now go slow. So going slow just means little things like you can keep the knees a little bent. Press your hips up real high. Relax the neck. You can slowly press one heel down. Really feel into the calf stretching. And then press the other heel down. Perhaps inviting both heels downwards. To focus on the shoulder stretch, it's simply inviting your chest towards your thighs, ears to the ground, and that will deepen the shoulder stretch. Taking 5 more breaths. And then looking between your 2 hands as you invite both feet up. Take a moment for a halfway lift. So hands will come to about the knees, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders away from the ears. You can go ahead and fold all the way. You might want to bend your knees, keep your core strong and engaged to protect your back. Heads relaxed. So the focus is lower back and hamstrings. And often the yoga is really just about feeling where you're at today. How is the body doing? And to notice without judgment. You can clasp opposite elbows. Using every exhale to continue letting go. Letting go of physical stress and tension, and letting go of mental and emotional stress and tension. Release your elbows if you have them. And we're gonna go slow motion slow. You can even pause at the midway point. So walk the hands to about below the knees, lengthen the spine. You can pause and halfway lift. And when you're ready, you can continue to make your way up, no rush. You can reach and lift and lengthen and open. Let your hands come to the heart. You can take a moment here. We'll pause in mountain pose. Eyes can be open or closed. And take a moment to really ground and root down through the feet. You can even lift the toes and reroot, knowing that you're anchored. Taking a full deep breath through your whole body. And then taking a moment, you can scan your body. Let's say you start at the head and work your way down. And just inviting every muscle to soften a little more. Take another breath. You can open the eyes if they're closed. And from the top of our mouths, we'll take some flows. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale from your hips all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. We'll take 5 breaths to these honor off your mouth. So even here, it's building upper body strength. And then slowly lower to the earth through a yoga push-up, bending the elbows straight back. And once you're all the way down, relaxing the toes, roll the shoulders down the back. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Lift your chest up off the mat, breathe into your spinal cobra. Use an exhale to release your back bend. Curl your toes, inhale plank. Exhaling down dog, unless your body wants to restore in child's pose. You can rest the knees and head. Look between the hands, invite both feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's inhale. Exhale from the hips, lengthening and then stretching. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant, step back. Take a moment in your strength. Use an exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, any back bend you want. You can do gentle or deeper cobra. And then exhale your way back to a down dog or child's pose. Walk or jump your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach. Exhale to your heart. We'll do one more. Inhale. Exhale from the hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back. Take at least an inhale. Exhale, push up. Inhale your back bend. Exhale your way to down dog. Look between the hands as you step your feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach. Exhale, mountain, and give yourself a moment to rest. All right, so from the top of your mat, we'll move into warrior one, and that means send your left leg back. So the right leg's forward, and so for this one, you can even start with hands on the hips. We bend our knee, and when you bend the knee, just make sure the knee is over the ankle. If it's going past the toes, you can just step the foot up a bit. Make sure you're grounded. So the back heel, you press that down, that creates a nice calf stretch. And then you can reach and lengthen through the spine. Relax the shoulders. Return to a fluid breath. And then for the triceps, you can invite the hands together and bend the elbows back. And then lift your chest up and soften and create space across the shoulders. Straighten the elbows, bring both arms behind you. a little squeeze to release tension. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, firm your hips. Release your hands to the ground. Come up on the back toes and you can lower the back knee. All right. Okay, so one thing to just be mindful of is that the knee's above the ankle. And now for lizard pose, a little deeper into the hip, you could walk the foot out. You can even open up the heel of the foot, or you can keep the foot grounded. And then another option is you can lower onto the forearms. So sometimes you might sort of play with the options, and then in that moment, your body will give feedback. And so if there's any pain or it feels like you're just too close to the edge, bring yourself back to a place that's manageable and sustainable. We'll take 7 more breaths. And then from here, gently bring the right knee to the left knee, hips to the heels, and if you want more hip action, you can do the child's pose where the knees open up pretty wide so the focus is on the hips, and then you can stretch the arms forward, soften the forehead into the mat. Focusing your breath into the area that you feel needs the most nourishment right now. Take another breath, and then very gently transition back into downward facing dog, stretching out through your whole body. You might want to stay in down dog or take a little flow by shifting your hips to a high plank. From high plank, exhale through push-up pose. Inhale the back bend, think your spine. Exhale back to down dog. Mindfully bring the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach. Exhale through the heart. Give yourself a moment. All right, and now for our left side. So the right leg goes back, warrior one. It's a pretty wide stance. You can have hands on the hips, bend their knee. You ground down through the back foot. You can lift and reach and lengthen. Then relax the shoulders. Breathe here a couple breaths. And then for the triceps, you can bring the palms together as you bend back, open the heart, finding steadiness from the inside. And then straighten at the elbows, arms behind you, a little squeeze, squeezing out any shoulder tension. Let's inhale our heart and exhale humble warrior. Release the hands, come up on the back toes. So first taking a quick second and lunge. Remember it's knee above ankle. And then you can shift this into lizard, walking the foot out to help open the hip a little. You can either stay on the hands a little bit or come onto the forearms when your hips feel ready. Taking a deep breath. And staying present with your experience. Okay, so from here, you could release lizard and bring left knee to right for your child's pose. Remember, it could be knees together or knees open to help release the hips. I'm really listening to what your body needs right now. So let's say your body needed 10 or 20 push-ups. We can totally do that. And so from here, listen to your body. If you need to be here a bit longer, stay. Otherwise, bring yourself into downward facing dog, allowing your whole body to stretch. All right, and then raise the right leg up. We're gonna take a quick moment for our core. So inhale through the toes, exhale your right knee over to the left elbow. To the left elbow, that's it. Inhale up in the air. Exhale over to your right elbow. This time right, yes. Inhale up in the air. Exhale to center, to the midline. Cool. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale to the center. One last time. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale to the heart. And we'll take it into pigeon. So you can lower that right knee with the right wrist as the left leg stretches back. Take a breath. Open the heart and shoulders. So remember, you might just want to stay right here, or in your own timing, you can come forward. Think about reaching through the heart so that you lengthen and stretch out the spine. Soften through the neck and shoulders. You can rest your head. And we'll take about a minute and a half here, so please feel free to come out early. Take another breath. And gently, you can lift your head. You can stretch the right leg back either in neutral or down dog. Feel free to give your leg a little shake. You can walk the heels up. And then raising the left leg. A little bit of core. So inhale through the toes. We're going to exhale to the right. So crossover first. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the heart. Now remember, everything is optional. Inhale. Exhale left. And then right two. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale center. Last time. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale center. And ease into pigeon. Take your time. Open up through the heart. Give yourself a moment. You might want to stay here, or you can come forward gently, mindfully, stretching through the spine, and then softening through the head and neck and shoulders. And taking another breath. And gently releasing. You can either stretch your left leg from the neutral position or from down dog. And then if you'd like a final flow, shift your hips to plank. Exhale, push up. Inhale, back bend. And you can exhale back to down. You can lower the knees, cross the legs behind you, press back to a seat. And then come to wide-legged fold. You can start with the hands behind you to help you straighten your spine. Taking a deep breath. You could stay like this or slowly walk the hands forward. And then you can inhale, lift your heart, exhale from your hips. So take a moment to feel. If your body wants to go more, simply use your inhales to reach through the heart. Use the exhales to come forward a little more. And just finding that place where you can soften, surrender to the experience. So you might want to stay as you are, or you can walk both hands over to the right leg. You can either even have hands on either side of the leg, and then inhale, reach your chest out. Exhale, chest towards the thigh, focus in on the right leg and glute. Just make sure there isn't any pain in the knee. And then you can walk the hands back towards you and over to your left, hands on either side. Inhale your heart, exhale for release. And you can walk the hands back towards you. Take a moment, roll the shoulders up. So from here, you can draw the soles of the feet together, and there we are in butterfly. So you can bring the heels in for more intensity or keep them forward. Hands can be anywhere from legs to toes. All right, and then you can lift and lengthen. You can roll the shoulders back, keeping your shoulders as relaxed as possible. You can stay pretty soft and calm, or you can use the inner thighs to really help bring the knees down. Yeah, you can even hinge from the hips and come forward. If you want extra room through the shoulders, you can draw the elbows forward. That's it. So take another breath. And then you can bring yourself back up to a straight spine. You can take a moment to stretch out the legs. Maybe give your legs a little shake. And we'll do a seated twist. So simply cross the legs with the right foot in front of the left. Sitting up tall. And to the right we go. So right arm behind you, left palm on the knee. That's it. Inhale for some length. Exhale as you twist and relax the shoulders. Mindfully unwind, return, take a moment, roll the shoulders back, you can stretch out the legs, and then we recross the legs with the opposite foot in front, so that foot. And then sitting up tall, to the left we go. Let's inhale, create some space inside, some exhale to release anything we're still holding. Very gently bring yourself back. Take a moment, roll the shoulders out, give the legs a little shake. You can give everything a shake, just let it go. Yeah, shake it out. And then you can have knees bent and make your way down to the back. You can take a nice exhale, a nice release. And then as you hug the knees in, we'll just do one more supine twist. So hugging both knees in and invite the knees to the left. Open the right arm to the right for a gentle spinal and hip release. And also creating space across your shoulders. Inhale, hug your knees in. Exhale, knees to the right. Open through the left arm. And then inhale, hug your knees in. Take a moment to squeeze everything out. And with a big exhale, let it all go as we ease into Shavasana, which is the pose of ultimate surrender. And giving yourself this time to let go. Let the ground take care of you. Allow your body to be heavy. Close the eyes. Give yourself a little time. You can continue to stay in Shavasana or begin to slowly return to your breath. Gentle movement to hands and feet. If you choose to reawaken gently. You might want to take a little stretch through the fingertips and toes. And if you are choosing to return to a seat, come up in a gentle way. Whichever position you're in, you can invite the gaze to your heart. Hands could be anywhere or even on the heart. Just giving yourself a few more moments to connect with it. Hands to the heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. This is really great. Thank you.
It's good to be back.
Real humans.
Helps you keep things, helps keep your gratitude strong when we just keep